Caitlin, what does M's benefactor's office typically look like?
I would say he's a very fastidious person. So it's like spotless and also aesthetically pleasing. You know, it's like, it's not just there to be functional, you know?
Okay. So you find yourself, after having a night being awake, dozing a little bit in the chair on your writing desk. I'm assuming.
What?
Are you back in the bed? Are you
Why would I not be in bed?
Because Kingsdale's there? I don't know. I have only been given...
be in my own chair in my own bedroom.
I didn't think you were planning on falling asleep. I didn't think you were, like, falling asleep in an armchair. I think you dozed as you were sitting paranoid about terrible visions that you keep having.
Oh, I assumed I was just awake in bed, thinking about terrible things that I dreamed about.
Oh, cool. I didn't know you were, like, sitting there next to Kingsdale.
Yes, obviously. I'm not gonna get up and supervillain in my own room when my bed is just there.
Are you wearing like a haunted dressing gown as well, lit by moonlight?
With a glass of red wine?
Yeah. Kingsdale's gonna wake up and be like, ghost!
I was gonna say, just be careful of like how haunted you look. Kingsdale might just kill you on instinct.
No, I'm just lying awake, staring at the ceiling in bed like a normal person.
It's a twin bed. It's a twin bed. There is not space.
I'm lying very squished.
It's a bed in a brothel. Why would it be a twin bed? It doesn't matter. We're so in the weeds.
It's the employee's bed. This is the private area. Why would it not be a twin bed?
I don't think Saza
I just assumed she got a prostitute room, you know? I just assumed this was a hooker room.
Alaskan kings for everyone.
Yeah, right? These are fun rooms.
Saza's my favorite. Can I work for Saza?
There's blowjob stools in these rooms.
Oh my god.
Remember, you set this up as someone's house.
Right, a pervert's house.
Yeah, it was a pervert's house. There's two-way glass everywhere.
Right, we established this.
Every wall is a peephole. It's just bad.
Don't you mean one-way glass?
No. They want you to see them seeing you, seeing them seeing you.
I'm glad that we're back. You know, this is what happens when we're gone for 5 months from recording Desperation. We just get weird. M is sitting asleep, dozing in bed. Her bed, not on the chair like a normal person, just sardined into this twin bed. Alaskan King, who knows? It is a bed between twin and Alaskan King. When you are in that vague, dreamy, dozy space, you are, once again, have a vision. You see yourself in what feels like your benefactor's room. Things are aesthetically pleasing. There is art on walls in that way that he likes abstract nature art being part of the Fae. There is a nice wooden desk. There is a lot of just things of his achievements. Think the equivalent of a businessman's office where he wants you to know that he's in charge. The smell of tobacco and cigars hangs heavily in the air as you see him sitting across from Kingsdale, and all you hear Kingsdale say is, "I'll see that it's done." As you reel awake, as a rooster caws, and you hear Lil Laura go, "Why did you buy a rooster? I thought it would be fun to wake everyone up at 6 a.m. They're not in your room, for the record. That has happened before. They are not here. You just hear them yelling across the brothel.
Gods and devils. Okay. That's all. She was just waking up.
Riveting.
So, Kingsdale kind of like shuffles up in bed and rubs his eyes and looks around and just goes, "This is not my basement."
No, I'm told it has more knives than here.
Oh, hello. Are you, wait, so real quick, I just need to get it established. Are you sitting in a chair, like, or are you just sitting up in bed?
I'm sitting up in bed.
Okay. Kingsdale looks over at you, and he smiles and kind of, like, leans into you and goes, "I prefer you waking me up with a loud bird rather than trying to steal my wallet. Although I will say the introduction with you stealing my wallet was charming. It was enticing, and it made me respect your abilities as a potential criminal. However, I vastly prefer just waking up in your bed."
That's really a shame, since I didn't steal your wallet.
No, Kingsdale, like, leans over, grabs his jacket, and just, like, hands you the wallet. If you want to play a game of try to steal my wallet, I would gladly delay my day for at least 2 to 3 hours, probably, I think, if you wish to attempt to steal my wallet.
Before any potential wallet theft, I need breakfast.
Oh, well, now, the procurement of various food items, whether it be purely for nourishment or also just because of the pleasure of eating, I am excellent at going down flights of stairs and requesting things from those staff of this establishment that are capable of cooking.
I was just gonna go downstairs. She, like, starts getting out of bed.
We could have, like, breakfast you don't have to get up, you know.
I'd prefer we went downstairs. I'm not really a holding hands at breakfast sort of person, but I am very hungry.
Okay, so I'll ask Zach this then. So I get to ask a question honestly, right? That's like a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
That's your intimacy move, yeah.
Yeah, so this is me doing that. Would you prefer if we went downstairs separately?
I believe, let me fully read his intimacy move since it has been a minute. When you share a moment of intimacy, physical or emotional, with another person, ask them a question. They must answer it honestly. They will ask you a question in return. Answer it honestly or mark corruption.
Yeah, so that's what Kingsdale's asking honestly.
Okay. That's probably for the best. You know how Lelura and Leluran are.
Is that what you're asking me, honestly?
No, that was a statement.
Certainly, yes, they can speak never-endingly, which I will say the occasional critiques I have gotten on my personality are that at times I can go on in that way. I am not dissimilar from Lelur. I will be real with you. I am incapable of distinguishing their names. I believe it has to do with my accent, but Lelurans, both of them, I understand.
Lils.
Kingsdale gets up and goes, do you know where my clothes are first, though? As proceeding downstairs as I am currently dressed, which is nothing, would maybe be indicative as to our evening entertainments that you seem to wish kept private.
At this point, a rooster comes in with Kingsdale's boot on its head, and it keeps pecking, but it can't get out of the boot, so it's just a boot that keeps slamming itself onto things.
Excellent, now I am fully naked except for boots. One boot.
Em gets out of bed and, like, starts grabbing her clothes from the floor and, like, passes Kingsdale his, like, shirt and pants and stuff.
Kingsdale gets dressed as best as he can. I imagine it looks, well, although Kingsdale kind of looks sloppy because his clothes are all old. Kingsdale gets dressed in his sort of old, nice clothes.
I apologize, this is a bit of a non sequitur. Have you ever been to Bloodport?
Okay, geographically, Zach, where approximately would Bloodport be?
Chicago.
Oh, certainly I've been to Bloodport. I am a man who has traveled the world and seen many things.
Do you have contacts there then? Is that like a favorite place you've been?
None that wish to speak to me anymore.
Oh, what happened there?
I don't know. What happened there for you?
Em just kind of ignores this question and like hands him another piece of clothing.
Have any of them been the question you want him to answer honestly?
The question I wanted him to answer honestly was if he's been to Bloodport.
Okay.
Oh, do you think it would be fair for me to kind of elaborate there a little bit? I can give you more than just yes and a... That could be like an...
Yeah.
Okay, I'll give more of an answer to that then, if that was the one that you wanted to, like, really know an answer to. I'll give an answer to the thing I was being cagey about. There are hunters' guilds in a lot of places, and Bloodport, requested my services at a time when I was trading more on my reputation as a competent hunter, despite the fact that I had left military service on less than reputable terms, and well, I'm not proud to say that I took people's money, promised them I would slay a monster, and then promptly left. And it is possible, too, that I encouraged rumors of how dangerous that monster was to get myself a better price. Well, also then bringing them, like, pretend trophies of subordinate monsters that I slayed. For example, if they had an issue of some kind of giant swamp-dwelling beaver with massive fangs, and I could bring it. I maybe like killed a squirrel, covered it in moss, and stuck larger teeth on it, and said that was one of the smaller, but I had yet to catch the leader of the pack that was plaguing them. It was this sort of thing, which I did semi-regularly.
I'm kind of like was in the middle of getting dressed and kind of like turns around and is like, well, that is a very impressive con. And she, like, kisses him.
If you wish to delay getting... as the kiss breaks apart, Kingsdale goes, I have many other such stories if they are fascinating enough to distract you.
Tell them to me over breakfast.
Certainly. Would you like to go down first, or would you like me to go down first? Oh, you know what? I'll go out the window, and then Kingsdale just steps out the window.
Has anyone seen my... Oh, there he is. Lalurin comes and picks up a rooster. Good job. Would you like to touch my
M just closes the window.
You look down in time to see Kingsdale do, like, a perfect roll and then, like, get up and just start running. This is not the first time he's had to jump out a window.
He's experienced.
Oh, right. I'm assuming you answered that honestly, Kingsdale. If you didn't, mark corruption.
Oh, no, I answered that honestly. Kingsdale has definitely scammed people pretending to be a hunter. He lived several years as a, like, a shamed hunter who did crime. Just, like, not like murder, but, you know.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I figured it was true.
Kind of.
But, you know. All right, so you guys have a lovely breakfast, and some time passes. You are in a lull as far as events go. You guys are, the three of you are working on getting the Quiversand Tavern up and running, getting it functional and turning a better profit. You guys were doing all right before, but now you don't have a murder to solve at the same time, and it makes it a little bit easier. Saza, you said you'd like to hire a bartender so that if another murder does happen, you can go investigate it and not have to worry about the bar.
Well, I think that is my reason. I think Saza's reason is I would hope by now business has been picking up, and at some point having the extra hand is, you know, that's how businesses work. You hire more people as you get busier.
Yes, business is not booming in the way that you were hoping it would be. You were hoping that this would be... You were a big name out in... Oh, what is it?
New York off.
New York off.
Did we actually name it New York off?
Yeah. Can you shut up?
Do you want me to tell you where that one's located geographically, Cody?
Is it where New York is?
It's actually close.
No, it's Jacksonville, Florida.
It's actually closer to Boston than New York. No, it's New York.
That's the same place to me!
Well, one's New England and one's the Atlantic. They're different regions.
Just moving on.
You were a big deal in New York off. You were running a very successful thing. Your patron very much liked you, and that's why it was partially difficult to get out of there the way you did. Beyond the fact that demons are very good at making these contracts unbreakable, you were not someone they wanted to let go. So moving to Desperation, you're like, I got this. We were fantastic. Business will be booming immediately. Business is going well. It's just not the same level that you're used to.
Mm-hmm.
So things are going well. They're not perfect yet. But with that, you have been able to hire some new people to help fill out the ranks. We're just going to focus on a bartender because there's only so many NPCs I can play before they all start to say the same.
Yep.
But we'll go through the role-playing of you hiring the bartender. Let's say you've hired another couple of workers. What's the right way?
Prostitutes? No.
I don't know the right word to say because they're not...
People of the night.
People of the night, right. Because I don't think you're...
Hooker?
What?
Hooker? You've hired more hookers?
Thank you. Kingsdale. So genteel.
I was asking Caitlin about a name earlier today, and I'm like, is it bad if I name a prostitute Scarlet? I'm like, is it too on the nose? And then I immediately put the joke, I'm like, hello, my name's Scarlet Hooker. Nice to meet you. Anyway, you might meet them later. You'll see how much of their name I kept.
Okay, real quick though, and actually what you should go with is strumpets.
Did you just pull up synonyms?
Yeah, I'm looking at synonyms right now, but strumpet I had off the dome.
So dumb.
All right, Mandy, you hire another couple of strumpets as well.
Yeah, it was the right choice. Strumpets is great.
Can I just have one strumpet from each circle and make my life so much easier? I'm teasing. No.
Just talk to Kingsdale and M. They hit two of them.
Is he knight?
No, Kingsdale is, Kingsdale's Mortalis. M is...
I'm man.
M is power. You're wild. There's no player character of knight.
Okay, so I definitely hire a knight person. No.
The knight person is the bartender.
Yeah. No, I know. I'm just...
Make me a hit the streets roll. That's what we said it was.
Okay.
The problem is these rule books I have, they're all similar, so I keep scrolling down to find the things in the wrong rule books. And then you'll roll with whatever your knight circle value is.
Well, that is not a great start. That's only a 6.
Great. Cool. So, don't worry, I'm a good DM and I planned for this.
Oh, good.
So the person you find, so you go searching the streets, you're like, I need someone to fill this post.
I think I definitely put up a flyer or an announcement thing outside of the bar too. I feel like in the story of the game, it makes sense that she would be advertising for the position.
Mm-hmm. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you said the Quiversand Tavern deals with more non-human stuff as your goal, like having...
That would be the draw of it, I think.
Okay. That's what I thought.
Considering there's technically another place in town.
Technically?
Right? What? Right? Is it? It's one of... There's...
Yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry. The technically is what got me.
I just couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah, the gold does exist, and they're your competitor, and they are slightly bigger than you guys.
Yeah.
Well...
I would say significantly bigger, right?
Right now, they're significantly bigger than you guys.
Yeah.
But they don't like you taking up any market share.
Mm-hmm. That's why our niche is weird.
Wow, so judgy from a madam of a whorehouse.
People have different kinks.
Cody, please, it's madam of a strumpet house. You get you don't really get a lot of people coming in. It seems like whenever someone interesting comes in that is human, they're immediately poached by the gold dust, by being given a better offer. And just when things look bleak, a woman bursts in wearing dark clothing. Her head is cocked to the side like her neck has been snapped. She limps in, followed by a raven. I would like a job, please.
Next.
don't hire this psycho.
Oh, come on! You mean that doesn't work? Like, I told Bartimus here that being too weird would be a turnoff. Hi, my name's Fantasia. I would like to be a bartender here.
Do you have any credentials?
I can pour whiskey. He knows a lot of drinks, and she points to the bird.
Should I be addressing you or the bird?
Me, I'm the person. He's the evil, malevolent spirit that brought me back from the dead so I can get vengeance on those who wronged me.
All right.
He's a hoot at parties, really. If you look into his eyes for too long, he'll show you a vision of your death. It's really fun. It's a really neat party trick. We could charge extra for that. That would be a great drink.
You know, honestly, I'm sure there would be people who would be interested in that. So, you know, that is a check in your favor.
I'm sure I can learn how to pour other drinks. What else do you have? How hard's moonshine to pour? You just, like, I've poured drinks before. Like, I drank when I was alive. Like, now I'm kind of... I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm alive or dead. People have a lot of mixed feelings about it. But I am here to help you. Help me help you by giving me a job.
So why do you want this job?
Oh, I need to get the lowdown dirt on everyone in this town to figure out who's the one who wronged me.
Oh, so you don't know.
It's part of the being ordained of an agent of justice. Or vengeance, I guess.
Ah.
He's a cagey bird.
Do you want to tell me about your strengths and weaknesses? You don't have to answer that.
I think my... No, you're fine. I think my weakness is that I put 110% into everything. No, look at me. You think that, like, I'm humble bragging? No, I put 100%. I'm really bad at pouring drinks sometimes. I overfill them.
Well, that might be something we need to work on. I'd like to not waste.
I get along well with demons.
Oh, that's a good thing.
I don't like humans. I do like...
We can be on the fence with them. That's all right.
Okay, cool. Sorry, I'm trying to feel you out. The Gold Dust really doesn't like anyone who's not human, so I didn't know if we're doing a hard line tack, you know, us here at the Quiversand Tavern, if we're like, we hate humans, or if we're like kind of chill with them.
I mean, look, there are humans that are interested in what we offer. We like their money.
I do like that. It lets me buy more things that I can use for my vengeance quest. Justice quest? The stupid bird won't tell me anything. Well, you have to figure that out yourself.
Right, well...
There's only so many voices I got.
No, I was just laughing that the bird talks audibly to everyone.
Well, if you do figure out what your, who your vengeance quest is for, could you inform us before we find out it's a patron that we have to kill or seek vengeance on?
Cool. All I have in my mind about it so far is like the letter M.
Well,
that's completely joke. That's completely a joke.
That might be a problem.
I'm sure it won't come up here at all. That was a complete joke. I don't like it.
Yeah. Well, this is what I am offering right now as payment. I give her whatever though. An appropriate number would be.
I happily accept. What are my hours? Exactly. I need. Is it okay? Like, I've already scheduled a vacation for the 3rd of next month. Is it okay if I have that off? It's a non-refundable thing. So.
I mean, I that should be fine to work around. How are you at managing duties?
Oh, I'm great. I manage this bird all the time. He won't leave me alone.
Perfect. Maybe he'll be a co-manager.
Yeah, she's the bartender. He's the manager.
Also, like, potentially, if we have ornery patrons, he can show them their death. And then they'll be freaked out and leave.
And scare the shit out of them. I love it.
And if someone dies here, maybe he'll go pull them back from the dead and we won't have any worry about liability.
You know, that is a great, I bet the sheriff will totally buy that.
How does life insurance work in a world where you can be resurrected?
Is this you asking the question, or
This is Zach. This is Zach asking the question. Cody, can you, instead of doing insurance adjustment, can we do like insurance adjustment where like life insurance exists where resurrection is possible? That's the one I'm interested in.
Yeah, actually, that would be a fun idea if you were like the adjuster for do you get to have an after, like, do you get to come back and haunt someone? You know, and everyone's like, yeah, definitely would. I got things. And they're like, no, you have to show real above and beyond amounts of terror that were inflicted upon you that are likely to be inflicted upon someone else, or we cannot support this haunting, you know?
Oh, man. I love this idea, Cody. We found the RPG we're going to co-run together. Do you have any other questions for her? So she is a revenant, and she is the night circle. So, Mandy, mark a night check mark.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. Sorry, I was just double checking all the advancement stuff. So I can officially advance. Woo.
As soon as they are winding down their conversation, Kingsdale walks in, sees a revenant sitting at the bar, just turns around and goes right back up the stairs, opens M's room and goes, M, I need your help. All right, do you have a big sack maybe that you use to store potatoes in?
I have my bag.
Grab it. Okay, this is what's going to happen. What you're going to need to do is run downstairs and...
I have clothes. I had clothes and things in it.
Dump them out. He's grabbing the bag, just dumps them out on the floor, hands you the bag. All right, here's what you're going to do. You're going to run downstairs, throw the bag over the bird. Don't look in its eyes. You'll see your death, and then it escapes. And then while you're doing that, I got to run downstairs, and I got to get a syringe full of this stuff called dead juice. It knocks out people that are already dead by making them alive enough that their heart stops, and that makes them seem like the dead. And then what we gotta do is we gotta find holy ground, bury her on it, drive a crucifix through her body, and then I think the next step, I think you light the crucifix on fire, knock it over, and then you have to plant a tree.
Kingsdale, I'm an oracle. I'm not a hunter. You're the hunter.
Yeah, you're doing the bird. I'm doing all the rest of that. You just gotta handle the bird.
A little bird is too much for you?
The bird's sitting.
Just go downstairs and grab the bird. Sorry, I slapped my microphone.
The bird's sitting on a railing looking at you. What's wrong with the bird?
Oh no, I looked in its eyes!
How long should it be to show you your death?
Is the bird actually sitting on the railing? Because that would be funny.
Yes. Bird is sitting on the railing, listening to you rant and rave to M.
I think Kingsdale just throws his boot at the bird and then yells downstairs, Saza, shoot her! Shoot her before you look in its eyes, Saza! Saza, get the gun! I've put mini guns behind the bar, you gotta shoot her! It won't work, but it'll distract her for a minute, and then I'll get the dead juice!
Can you stop harassing your coworker?
No. Em was fine with me dumping her clothes out on the floor. Were you fine with me dumping your clothes out on the floor?
Now I am, I guess.
I wasn't talking about M.
Did you hire the bird? Can
you get down here?
There's a revenant in the bar.
I know.
Oh, no. Kingsdale, walks down really mobily.
Like a toddler getting scolded.
As you're moping down the stairs, little Lauren comes up. Oh, hey, Kingsdale, why the frowny face? I can turn that upside down for you if you'd like.
Hey, Saza, I'm gonna go have sex with one of the Lurens. I'll meet her later. And Kingsdale just grabs his hand, or her hand, I don't remember which one you said, and just runs down to his basement.
Ooh, kinky your room.
Yeah, you get in that cage, and then Kingsdale just closes him in the cage and reads a book.
Joke's on you, I'm into this.
Great, you can come down here whenever you want and be in the cage.
You're gonna regret when there's a rave going on in your basement.
I was gonna say whatever you want. That's a strong deal to make with an imp.
There's a lot of potions down there you don't want to get into. Most of them are just poison.
Is there anything else you'd like to know about your bartender?
Nothing that I can think of right now.
All right.
I don't actually need you to answer the interview questions.
They got to be really weird because you rolled a 6.
Cool.
They would have been more normal had you rolled higher.
Yeah, oh well.
That's pretty funny, actually.
Well, it's like one of those things where I'm like, she can't fail this roll because she gets a person, but
Right.
also, like,
Yeah.
how do I do this? I'm like, oh, no, they're a weirdo.
Yeah.
So, Kingsdale spends the next week avoiding Fantasia.
He had a bad experience with the Revenant one time. He doesn't want to talk about it.
Does M just spend a lot of time at the bar whenever she gets annoyed with Kingsdale? She's like, I'm gonna go get a drink. How long can you nurse a drink? 7 hours is the record so far. On a morning when Fantasia is not in the building and Kingsdale's not avoiding
Well, what are Fantasia's hours? Because, like, what did Saza hire her for?
She's bartending, so she's like evening.
Okay. So it means Saza can leave.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
Saza,
Okay.
basically, like, so her hours are functionally like Saza can leave whenever now.
And we don't have to close the tavern, and LaLauren won't, just do their own thing.
Right. What I'm gonna say also from the 6 is, Fantasia lives at the brothel as well.
Oh, good.
Like, that was the
That's
negotiation.
part of the contract.
Yeah, she got in there where, like, Saza's like, I'll do the regular deal. And then, like, after, like, a day, she's like, Saza, you said I got the regular deal. And you're like, yeah, sure, like, whatever that entails. And she's like, everyone else who works here lives here, so I'm moving into a room. And you're like, well, that was on me, I guess.
Yeah.
So she's just, like, mechanically, like, Saza can leave whenever. Like, there are people now there that will keep the establishment running if Saza has to be out for more than an hour at a time.
Mm-hmm.
What did I name the bird?
Bartimaeus.
Bartimaeus seems to actually be a pretty good manager, like keeping the Lils and Fantasia and the other strumpets in line, like so that they're not just like running amok while you're gone. Anyway, Kingsdale is at the bar in the morning when there is a knock. I don't know what. You have saloon swinging doors, right?
Do we?
What type of doors do you got in the front of this place?
I actually don't think it would be saloon doors because it used to be a pervert's mansion. So
You guys could have renovated in the several months you've been here.
I would say right now, I imagine it still being just like a door, but we keep it open during business hours. So like double doors that are open.
Cool. So as the double doors are open, Kingsdale pours him... Well, I don't know when you start drinking. Kingsdale's at the bar.
He has coffee in the morning, right?
I think he has coffee in the morning, yeah.
So he's pouring himself a cup of coffee, enjoying Fantasia not being around for a little bit. The Lils are busy somewhere. Someone hid the rooster somewhere, and they're on a great scavenger hunt. Who hid it? No one knows. But many of the rest of you are very happy about it. You've been tired of being asked to touch Lalurin's cock. He thinks it's the funniest thing. When two people come in carrying a table-sized orrery. There's good, just drop it there, guys! Dropping it in the middle of the floor. You see this beautiful...
Oh, no, hang on. Nope. It goes in the basement. Yeah, we're putting it in the basement, or you're gonna have to move it down those really narrow, rickety stairs.
No! You're going to put... Is there an installment in the basement, or is that your private rooms, Kingsdale? You said that this would be the centerpiece of this brothel.
There is an installment in the basement. It is a collection of artifacts from antiquity, both malignant and benign, and I believe this would be a fitting accoutrement to the whimsical displays in the basement that I do need to organize to make it look like it's not where I also stay. I'm not part of the installment. There is, however, an authentic hunter's cage down there that had better be empty.
Do you often just yell to an empty room? That's not
The
important.
room's not empty. If you think that the only ears in this room are yours and mine. You are mistaken.
Okay, here's the problem. Can people go downstairs whenever they want? I can.
I was gonna say, well, ideally no, but practically the answer has become yes.
You gave me permission, and just because I bring friends doesn't...
I did not.
You said I can go...
I trapped you down there.
You said I can go in the cage whenever I want. A cage? What?
Yeah, I told you it's part of the installment. I have an authentic hunter's cage.
It's very fun for all sorts of acrobatics and other...
You can't, it's very small, but, you know...
I've gotten into contortionism as well, and so have some of my friends.
Oh, man. Anyways, if you could please, though, just bring the Ori to the basement, down the stairs. One must descend the stairs
I've told so many people they can see it down when they come here.
Now, wait a second. How many people did you tell that they could see it if they came here?
Well, the town has a population of about 5,000. 5,000 is about the size of the town. Well, there was Hep. I told Hep, and he's important in the Authors of Steel. I told his wife. I've told Sylvia. I told Garcia. The Garcias. They also know. There's Jim and John and Jane and Jack.
Hang on one second for me. It's like Beetlejuice. You say it enough times. Whichever Lur.
Yes, I haven't laughed. Be careful. Laura will come if you keep saying enough times.
Right, the other one. Well, let me ask you something. Is there any way that you could make this table useful to you as a pedestal on which you could conduct acts of debauchery or titillation? Could this perhaps be an abstract stage on which you work your artistries of seduction?
I haven't been an object that I can't do that with.
Beautiful. We can leave it in here. That is how we are selling it. In fact, this Lur said it must be so. It was his choice. He said he needed it for his acts of wonder. Anyways, yep, leave it right here, right in the center. Actually, you can move all those tables to the side. That's fine. Just move all the tables to the side, right in the center. We'll get a light above it, shining right down on top.
See, it looks perfect. Now, I'll have you know, I'll come back and oil it once a week just to make sure it's still working. That's on me. Fine-tuning, it's great. Also, when the second moon rises and they're both moons are full, it does have a phase shift that is not entirely accurate. Some of the moons are out of position at that time, but I couldn't line up the different realms of both the heavens, hells, and the phase all at the same time. It was very challenging. I got them as close, but when the double moons are full on this plane...
Kingsdale just puts his hand on his shoulder and just goes, if you come back during business hours... it will probably already be lubricated, and you will have to pay. There will be a cover charge, even if you are here to oil this nonsense. And if it's ever not here, it means it was moved to the basement because I don't own this place. Now, would you care to avail yourself of any services in this establishment?
No,
Great, then it is time for you to leave before Saza gets here.
He leaves out. So, do you want to oil my nonsense?
I don't exactly even understand what that means.
I'll be happy to show you.
I don't think you've got to work on, this is your whole job is being able to seduce me with these types of titillating little tidbits of conversation.
I mean, it works for everyone else. We have a line out the door every night.
I'm going to get you a pen and paper, and you should write them down and then, say them a few times. Make sure that because sometimes I will say a turn of phrase that I find to be clever, and then later I find out it was just weird.
I don't have that problem, no.
I think we'll find out together.
I'll find out too. I'll do anything with you.
That was better. I'll say that was better. Yeah, that one gets like a 7 out of 10.
All right. So while this whole shenanigans is going down and Ori's installed in the Quiversand Tavern, Em is having her own adventure. What you about, Em?
Em has gone to the butcher shop and purchased some excellent cuts of meat, gotten them all wrapped up, and is headed to the werewolves at dusk.
Cool. Make me a hit the streets roll.
Because this is a circle move.
Yep, you'll get to mark your night circle as well with this, which I believe levels you up as well.
Roll, it does, yeah. Roll with their circle. Cool. That's bad. Hey, that's an 8.
All right. Excellent. Well, I guess you get to,
I get to choose, right?
Yeah.
I will say whoever you're going to is juggling their own problems.
Good, that's the one I wanted you to pick.
Great.
Good job.
Mind meld.
All right, so you venture out beyond the town border, sort of. Towns are weird when you, here's they're imaginary lines drawn on maps. You go out of the
city limits.
The city limits proper. This is still technically part of the town. But you head out to the Crescent Valley Ranch. It is a large expanse where cattle ranching happens for the town. It is where a lot of the meat comes from.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, I mean,
It's cool.
It does have that vibe of, children giving their parents presents.
Yeah, yep.
Got strong.
It does.
You see a bunch of, different areas with, cattle in them, and every so often you'll see a house. You start heading in when you happen upon... Did I not describe this person? Oh no. Oh no, oh no. Mistakes were made. Alright. You happen upon a somewhat burly, but a little bit older woman. She has gray streaks in her hair as she looks a little bit older. She has laugh lines on her face, and you notice some scars going from her left eye, 3 claw marks going backwards, cutting into the side of, not the side of her hair, but it's over that.
Yeah.
You can see the scarring there, but her hair is down in a way that it's not drawing attention to that.
Mm-hmm.
The wounds are scarred, not...
They're old.
Yes. Not often someone comes out this way.
I'm alright with doing the unexpected. This is just a courtesy call, and she kind of holds up the butcher shop gifts. I feel like we maybe got off on the wrong foot with the werewolves as a whole last time we saw, and I just wanted to stop by, clear the air, offer a gift.
Who are you with? I don't know who you are.
I'm Em. I work over at Saza's Quiversand Tavern, keeping books.
I mean this in the most polite of ways. I don't think we care who you are. The Quiversand Tavern is so far below our notice as to be non-existent. I don't think you got off on any feet, let alone the wrong one.
All right, good to know. Mind if I chat with you for a bit?
Well, I don't have anything else going on, but you're gonna have to walk with me while I make sure is it a paddock? What is it called, the area where cattle are? I cannot think of the word.
I think paddock sounds right.
Paddock is for horses. Pasture?
But is pastures closed in?
I believe a paddock is usually a smaller fenced-in area. A pasture would be a large grazing area, I think.
That sounds
okay.
Right.
I gotta make sure the fence around the pasture isn't broken down anywhere. I've been having some cows get free lately, and I'm tired of hunting them down.
I'm happy to walk wherever you're headed.
My name's Lucille. What can I do for you?
There's been some incidents in town, and if I can be honest with you, I think the mining company is not on the up and up, and I wanted to chat with someone who maybe felt the same way.
You mean people that came in and took our land and are trying to outright murder us by bringing in hunters aren't on the up and up? Well, Em, you might be the smartest person I've ever met.
Well, I figured...
Wait, I have to go tell those yes, we know the mining company's bad news.
That's why I came to you. I figured you already knew this and might be able to give some context, which you have. The mining company, it's connected to the Hunters Guild, though?
They helped bring them out here.
Sorry.
The mining company helped bring the Hunters Guild out here. Connected is a strong word for some people who helped pay the fare for an ongoing contract, so to speak.
So the Hunters Guild's here on the mining company's dime?
I don't know the full ins and out. I don't work in the government office, and I don't think that's even filed with them. If you knew anyone at the mining company who could look at their contracts, that might be a better way to go. But I think that they helped with a relocation fee, so to speak.
Got it.
And hunters love nothing more than killing unsuspecting, quote-unquote, monsters.
Have they been harassing you since they've been here, then?
Have you ever met a hunter?
I have.
When they meet a monster, what is the first thing they do?
Spend an inordinate amount of time with their nose in a book?
You have actually met a hunter. But after that, here's the thing, ma'am. I'm going to level with you. We are not uncommon creatures in this world. You probably know some of our weaknesses. So imagine your job is hunting creatures. Are you going to know how to take down a werewolf, or are you going to need to study up on that one?
Studying would probably be a bit light, yeah.
Yes, they've been harassing us.
And the sheriff isn't doing anything about that?
Well, you see, it is hard to prove anything when tempers run hot and Dawn doesn't really feel like being kind with them, you know? Maybe if we weren't constantly being forced to do raids on the mining company, the sheriff would be a little bit more inclined to help us out, but no.
What do you mean, constantly having to do raids?
You heard about that whole ordeal with Peter Hooper and how they never found out who did it?
Yes.
Between you and me, I would not be surprised to find out if it was one of our own. On the orders of Dawn.
Who is Dawn?
You haven't met her yet. You can ask who Dawn is.
I was like, you kept saying it, and I'm like, gosh, I should remember this.
No,
I'll just ask about it.
Yeah.
Who's Dawn?
Dawn is our current pack leader. She has been in charge for a little while now. 3 years, 2 months, 5 days, and 7 hours, but who's counting?
Who's counting?
And she is not intent on peace.
Is that a split in the pack, then?
Well, you see, speaking out against Dawn doesn't tend to end well for those that do. So, if there's a split, it is kept very quiet. Because those of us that are on the outs have these 3 claw marks, which I'm sure you have noticed, on the side of our heads, marking us as traitors to the pack. Now, there are not so many of us that they can get rid of us, but it doesn't mean that they particularly like us either.
So if one of you gets harassed by the Hunters Guild, they're not likely to retaliate?
Oh no, they will use that to retaliate. We're just less important. They care less. We get less good land and happen to be the ones whose ranches are on the edge of town instead of the ones in the middle where people could hear stuff.
Got it.
Fire takes kindling to start, and Dawn is okay with us being the kindling.
Sounds like a treat.
She's great. I love her. I don't miss being pack leader at all.
Oh, so you used to be pack leader.
Yes, I thought we could learn to coexist with the mining guild, which I think, if we're being completely fair, might be a fool's errand, but there is more to life than humans versus creatures. We need to learn to coexist in some fashion, but Dawn does not agree.
Is she against all humans then, or just the mining company?
I have not asked her deep philosophical implications since she has ousted me from being leader of the pack and left me out here in the middle of nowhere. And by nowhere, I mean I can see their houses. I know where I am. I'm not senile yet. I'm just a little grumpy.
And I don't begrudge you that.
You better not. What, you're like 20? I'm like 3 times your age. I get to be grumpy.
Yes, ma'am. I don't think I have anything else to ask her, but she like completes her like circuit with her that she's doing.
Yep.
And chats and like gives her town gossip and stuff like that.
Cool. Yep. You can mark a debt with her that she owes you a debt, I'll say.
Oh, okay.
Like, you're informing her of town, like, you rolled, like, I think that's what the thing gets you, like, you're not asking her for help yet, and that's how, like, asking for help works, is getting a debt.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have one debt with her, like, by giving her town gossip and bringing her stuff, and, you know.
What'd you say her name was? Lucille.
Yeah. So you head back to town and meet up with Saza on your way, who's been out and about today. As you walk in and see Lalurin doing something truly debaucherous on this orrery that is 5 feet in diameter. And Kingsdale, what is Kingsdale doing as Lalurin is doing something terrible to this table?
Oh, Kingsdale's just, like, sitting at a table with a drink, just, like, you know, head in chin, just watching the show.
What time is it? It's like
early
it's
evening.
night. Yeah, so it's like there's patrons here and stuff. Okay.
You both get to feast your eyes on this orrery and Lalurin.
You really missed the chance for orrery orgy, and I'm pretty disappointed that you didn't jump at that, but, you know, whatever.
Capitalize on that.
You get to feast your eyes on this orrery orgy. Anyway, cut Cody out so I sound clever.
And we'll go over to Kingsdale and like lean over and be like, so I take it Saza isn't here yet?
I believe that the added business might get me out of trouble. Also, I blamed it on Lurin.
Not a bad move.
I thought it was clever.
I was hoping she was in though. Is she?
At this moment, Saza walks in.
And she, like, stops and stares at the Ori in front of her. And remind me, did we pay for that?
Kingsdale did.
Okay. Saza walks over to where Kingsdale and M are. That came out of your paycheck, right?
Yes.
Yes, and also I am charging people to spectate at this.
So, are you charging for when they walk in the door?
Correct. There's a cover charge on nights when Lalurin does whatever he's doing. To the moons! Oh my gosh, those can go there. Anyways, you learn something new every day if you just open your eyes to wonder.
Saza looks back at it and just, like, cocks her head.
I'm shocked at how well it can support his weight.
Chuffin did a good job. It's balanced.
Yeah, right? Must be a lot of bearings.
I want to note for everyone listening to this, the faces that all 3 of the players have look like they're looking at something horrifying in perplexity. Like, all of them have that face.
Actually.
Like, all of them have it. They're all cocking their heads slightly and being like, huh?
Saza just shrugs. Okay, I guess we have this now.
And that's where we'll end. Welcome back, everybody. It's gonna be a ride.
Welcome to the debauchery.
Hey Wanderers, thanks for listening to our campaign Desperation. As always, you can follow us on our socials, and if you like what you hear, leave us a review on your podcast app of choice, and tell a friend about the show. We hope you've enjoyed your time in Desperation. Just because it's the end of the line, doesn't mean you don't have options.